Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez. I am so excited about this line. It has such a great message behind this launch. I know Selena really put a lot of thought and effort into creating these products. You can tell the attention to detail from the packaging to the names of the products. A lot of the names and phrases in this collection are linked back to that mission. She is also giving a percentage of the overall profit to her charity that she created with this mission in mind. If you're anything like me, you have probably binge watched several of these reviews now, and you have picked up on some of the products people are loving and some of the products people aren't loving as much. So I really wanted to pick up those favorite items that I've heard over and over again about how great they were and test those out. This isn't my first time using these products. I actually went out and bought them from Sephora yesterday, and I tried filming this video last night, but it was way too late and I kept losing my train of thought. So I knew I needed to go to bed and just start this over today. So that's what you're getting from me. It's kind of a second impression. I know how all of these products feel and apply on the skin, and I will go more in depth on which ones that I love, which ones I didn't like, even though several other YouTubers mentioned that they loved certain products. So I thought that was really interesting, and I think you will too. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoy watching this video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and be sure to comment below and let me know your thoughts on the Rare Beauty line if you have tested out any of these products. And without further ado, let's get started. The first thing I did in prepping my skin, I used my Skin Medica Exfoliating Cleanser and the H5 Rejuvenating Hydrator. Those are my go-to products to prep my skin. It's a face wash and a moisturizer to help fill in the moisture. So I love those both. They are from my dermatologist. I will leave some links below of any and all of the products that I use, so you can go out and buy those if you want to. I didn't get any of these products from a PR package. I went and purchased all of these items by myself at Sephora, and I purchased their foundation, concealer, highlighter, liquid blush, and a lip balm. In addition, I also purchased their foundation brush. I am going to first prime my skin with the Becca Backlit Priming Filter. This product should have a very similar effect to what the Rare Beauty line is claiming with their primer, except this doesn't have the shimmering glitters that several of the other reviewers mentioned, and I know that's something that I wouldn't be into either. I have very sensitive skin. My skin is fairly splotchy right now. I have some red areas, some breakouts, and I want to prep my skin and make sure that I'm using a good primer from the get-go. Alright, so now we're going to dive into the foundation. I'm going to apply this on my face. This feels very nice on the skin. It's actually very thin. It feels kind of like an oil, so that may be something you don't really care for. I'm going to go in with the foundation brush. I actually didn't really care for this last night when I used it, which is shocking because so many people mentioned how much they loved this brush. For me, I noticed it was fairly streaky on my skin, which is why I tend to use a beauty blender instead. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out with this brush. It does feel very soft. I'm using a self tanner, so that's why my face is so much lighter. I don't like to apply that on my face. Like I mentioned, my skin is fairly sensitive, especially on my face. This brush definitely is still streaking today, so I'm not sold on this for the foundation brush. The other thing I noticed last night is this coverage, even though it's so thin and liquidy, it covers better than the concealer. So I'm going to use it on any spots that I want to cover up, because honestly the concealer just wasn't cutting it. The concealer is actually a little bit thicker than this. It doesn't necessarily have that oily feel, but it didn't cover. So I was really shocked. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my beauty blender and get rid of the brush strokes. My overall impression of this foundation, it doesn't look like I have hardly any foundation on. It's a very thin foundation, but it covers really well. So I highly, highly, highly recommend this. I'm actually obsessed with this foundation now. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the concealer. I'm not crazy about the product, but let's go ahead and apply this under my eyes. I noticed several YouTubers mentioning when they reviewed this product that they wish they would have gone with a lighter shade. So I went with the shade 130N. It is one of the lightest shades, if not the lightest shade in the line as far as the neutrals go. So like I said, this concealer didn't really conceal very well. I think of it more as a lightening shade, although I would probably go with a lighter foundation instead of the concealer just so I could get that extra coverage. Unfortunately, I don't have a lighter foundation to really test out my theory, but I feel like that would end up doing better than this does. For this review, I will end up using their foundation brush. They do have this in like a smaller shape for their under eyes, but it seems like it's the exact same material and everything, it's just a smaller shape. So I'm gonna use this. The one thing I will say is this brush does a better job at blending in these other products when they're being layered on that foundation. I haven't really ran into the streakiness when I'm adding and blending in these other products. The next product I'm going to go in with is their liquid blush. This I've heard so many positive reviews about. I actually enjoyed it when I used it last night. I got the shade Love. It is their matte blush. This retails for 20 bucks. A little bit goes a long ways. So I'm going to dab a couple dots on my face. And I'm going to go back in with that foundation brush and use it to blend things out. A little bit definitely goes a long ways on this, so if you feel like you have too much, just go back in with that foundation and apply a little bit of it to even that out. I love the shade. It does look very natural on me, and I am enjoying that matte finish. Moving on, we are going to be using their liquid luminizer in the shade Enlightenment. I heard a lot of people say they wish they would have gotten this shade, so this is the one I went after. I'm going to apply this right here and right here. Last night I applied it on my nose. Don't recommend doing that. It seemed like some of the product ended up coming off of my face, which I'm not mad at because I can use a different product for contouring my nose. This product does blend in really nice. It casts a really beautiful light on your upper cheekbones. So I really, really like this product, honestly. This is probably one of my favorite products of this entire thing. I feel like way too often with highlighters, it looks like it's on the surface and it stands out and just doesn't blend in very well. And this product blends in so nicely. It's beautiful. It's very beautiful. Now I just want to go in with my darker liquid foundation and concealer. It's by Stila in the shade Tan. And I'm going to use this to create my darker contour shades. And if you are enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. I am trying to grow my channel really fast. Each and every interaction that you have with my channel makes such a huge difference. And if you have tested out the Rare Beauty line, be sure to leave a comment below and let me know what your thoughts were on it. Did you enjoy the foundation? Did you hate the concealer as much as I did? Tell me which ones were your favorite products, and just let me know a little feedback as far as what your thoughts were. The Rare Beauty collection doesn't exactly have like a contouring palette. They definitely have a wide variety of ranges. I believe they have 48 shades. So you could use their foundation in a darker shade to kind of create a contour, or you could just layer this up with your favorite contour products. I'm obviously using a darker liquid contour, and that does blend in pretty well. I've seen other YouTubers use powder contour and it seemed to work out really well for them as well. Now I want to set this in place with the powder, so I'm going in with my favorite Becca Under Eye Illuminating Setting Powder. What's great about this line is that the product is so thin and liquidy in a way that when you apply a powder, it doesn't create those wrinkles and creases. For the rest of my face, I am going to use the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Translucent Setting Powder. This is setting really beautiful on my skin. It looks very natural. It doesn't look like I have makeup caked on my face, and that is one of the best things about this line. You can really just have that natural look. The product is so thin, yet it covers so well. Guys, this highlighter. Okay, I'm obsessed with the highlighter and the foundation. Now that I have my face set, I'm gonna just go in really fast and finish up my eyes, and then we will wrap this look up with their lip product. Now that I have my eyes done, I am ready to finish up this look with this new lip product in the shade Empathy. It is their Dewy Lip Balm. I ended up going with this lip product because I heard the other one doesn't dry down as quickly. So I wanted to try this out. After I used it yesterday, I realized this one doesn't really dry down either. Well, let's go ahead and apply it. It is definitely a sheer lip balm, so you can build up the color. The shade is beautiful. It definitely isn't transfer proof. I will say that it does give a natural, youthful glow, so I do love that. I know I had mentioned that the foundation was pretty oily feeling as far as the texture and the thinness of the product, but it definitely doesn't feel very oily anymore. Now that I've set that with a powder, it doesn't look like I have an oil on my face. My face is definitely glowing and it has a very beautiful finish. You can still see the highlighter. Even though I finished this with a powder over the top of the highlighter, it definitely is still picking up in the light and it has a very beautiful glow. Overall, my favorite products that I would recommend keeping is the foundation and their liquid illuminator highlighter. These were definitely my two favorite products. I didn't really care for the brush when using this for applying the foundation. While I do like the lip shade and it does feel very soft and moisturizing, It isn't exactly my sort of thing to pick up a lip product that isn't transfer proof. If you're just looking for a tinted moisturizer, this lip balm is definitely amazing. In the end, I would recommend just going out and trying these products for yourself and seeing what you think. You can find this at Sephora. That's where I purchase these items. And if you don't enjoy them, Sephora has a 30-day money-back guarantee where you can take back the products that you don't enjoy and keep the ones that you do. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and hit that subscribe button so you know every time I post a new video. And I hope to catch you next time. Bye.